I'm tongue-tied. Doctors literally tied down my tongue. It's September 2017, and I'm in the hospital after commando surgery. I have an IV, a catheter, feeding tube, drains sticking out of my neck and arm, and a tracheotomy tube, put in with a procedure quite aptly called a Björk flap. For the time being, I'm definitely, oh, so quiet. Shh, shh. I just lost half my tongue, but I couldn't even allow myself to contemplate what that would mean. I had to be strong because there was nobody around to be strong for me. I'd cut my dad out of my life when I was 11. I had no contact with my siblings or my mother at the time, and my friends simply didn't know how to deal with this. A diagnosis 3 weeks earlier had been a shock, but maybe this was necessary to cure me of the life I wasn't supposed to live. Early summer 2016, I severely burned out. Not so much from work, but more so from living a life that wasn't mine. See, both my parents' bloodlines were ridden with personality disorders and subsequent trauma. So it should come as no surprise that the family of four I was born into was a hot mess of narcissism, borderline personality disorder, and codependency, which meant that my mom emotionally neglected me, and my dad psychologically and sexually abused me. There was no room for me to be me. I had to be the strong one, so I spent my entire life trying to make everybody else's lives easier at the cost of my own. I simply could not go on like this, but how in the hell was I going to figure out who I am and what I wanted with my life while I was still surrounded by people who had become so accustomed to me being the strong one and being there to support and help them, living my life in service of them, and who were afraid of losing that. A fear so strong that it could cause a huge blowout between me and my mom, keeping us apart for nearly a year. Upside of being the strong one, I slowly started to make progress. I even started to make plans to come live here. Long-term plans, of course, because fear, still feeling the need for security, control. I guess I needed another lesson. And boy, did I get one. September 1st, 2017, I found out I had a large tumor in my tongue. They cut out half my tongue, replaced it with a piece of skin from my arm, flipped the remainder of the tip, and tied it all to the bottom of my mouth. I have never been one to say, why me? But at that moment, sure as hell I did. I'm fucking this up. Anyway, on September 28th, my 38th birthday, I got a 6.5-week subscription to chemo and radiotherapy. The cancer cells had spread to and through the lymph nodes in my neck. It's safe to say that it was my party, and I cried because I damn well wanted to, even though I felt like I was ripping out my own throat. That pain was a joke, though, compared to what I experienced during the chemical and nuclear warfare. Even doing nothing hurt like hell. I had tears literally jumping from my eyes. It was almost unbearable. Fentanyl levels were up to the max, so much so that even after slowly weaning myself off it, I still went into withdrawal. And even though I'm still not able to pronounce my own damn name correctly, Renate means reborn, of all things, and it complicated things like speaking, swallowing, kissing, sucking dick. Cancer did untie the burdens holding me back from living my best life, and only after losing my tongue did I finally find my voice.